In this part of my interview with Stormy Daniels, we're going to go through a little bit more of her testimony from the trial, but also her elaboration on that testimony, explaining what she meant. The criminal charges that were brought in this case were brought because of the means by which Trump, the candidate, tried to cover up and keep secret and disguise the fact that he had paid this woman to keep quiet about this story. Her elaboration here is important because what was it about this story that was so worth paying to keep quiet? That was worth the gymnastic, even Baroque efforts he went through to try to cover up that the payment was made. Here's Stormy Daniels. Did you notice afterwards a DVD on the side table?
Yes, it was a DVD I had given him earlier in the gift bag from the show. It was on the nightstand that I signed.
Can I just stop there for a second? This is a really stupid question, and I'm sorry. Why does an adult film company sponsor a hole at a golf tournament? Is it because it's funny because of the word hole?
You're ruining one of my stand-up jokes, Rachel.
Oh, no. I mean, here's me, total prude, unable to talk about this, that are saying, they've sponsored a hole, and I had to keep saying it over and over again. It almost killed me.
Yeah.
That's why it's funny?
I think it is. Now that you've ruined my comedy act, I can say it's basically like, so they brought myself and some of the other stars, they brought their own holes to the hole, so it's like bringing sand to the beach. Thank you.
Well done. Thank you. Here all week. Try the veal. So you had given him a DVD because Wicked had brought you and other people from the company to this golf tournament. Were there lots of other adult film companies at the tournament?
No. We were the only adult film company, but we were in the gift room and everybody got to sponsor a hole. See, I still can't even say it without laughing. It's kind of genius.
It's
really
inherently funny.
It is very good. It is. And so the DVD was in the gift bags, and they had brought like different DVDs, you know, of the actresses. And that one in particular was a movie called Three Wishes that I wrote, directed, and starred in. And he specifically wanted something that I had directed, which is why in my stupidity I thought maybe he really is serious about having me on, you know, The Apprentice.
Because when you met him at the hole on the golf course, you sort of immediately started talking about the fact that you don't just star in films, you've also directed.
Right. The owner of the company was introducing everybody that was, you know, there.
Yeah.
This is my contract girl, such and such. This is my contract girl, such as this is our publicist, whatever. This is my contract star and director, Stormy Daniels. And he was like, oh, so you're the smart one, you also direct.
And that's the basis on which you had continuing conversation with him about directing and about your role in the business.
Yes.
And do you mean, is what you're saying about that, when you say, oh, stupid me, I thought that meant, by that do you mean his expression of interest in you as a director and his asking you business-related questions about the industry meant that you thought that you were having a business discussion?
That it was legit. And why it wasn't a red flag to have a meeting. And everyone's like, oh, well, you went to a married guy's hotel room. What were you expecting? Well, first of all, there's two parts to that. One, nobody knew who Melania was back then. I didn't know he was married. I knew that he had famously been divorced from his wife before because everybody saw that scandal. Did anybody in 2006 know the word Melania Trump?
They had been married just the previous year.
But nobody knew. Like, it wasn't a thing. I didn't know.
It was a famous thing,
I didn't know he was married until he told me. So there's that. Second, it wasn't a hotel room. When people think hotel room, they think of the hotel rooms that 99% of people have only stepped foot in, which is where you walk in and there's a bed and a dresser and it's a hotel room. This was a room that was bigger than my apartment. It had a dining room, a living room, 2 bedrooms. If you had told me that it was a hotel room and you didn't know it was a hotel room, I wouldn't think it was like an apartment. Mm-hmm. Those of us who conduct business at conventions or things like that, don't think twice about going to someone's suite that has a conference table in it and a table. People like to be like, oh, you knew what you were getting into. No, I've also gone to 100 other meetings in rooms exactly like that nothing bad happened.
Mm. Prosecutor says, this is almost the end. When you were leaving and you went to leave, what, if anything, did you do or say?
He said, we have to get together again soon. He went to kiss me goodbye, and I just left as fast as I could. You know, that was it.
Did he say anything to you about talking again?
Yes. He said, we should get together again. We were fantastic together. I want to get you on the show. And that was it. He didn't give me anything. He didn't offer to pay me or anything or a cell phone number, nothing like that.
Did he ask you to keep your encounter with him confidential?
No.
Did he express any concern at that point about his wife finding out?
No.
Did you end up having dinner in his room that night?
No.
You said it was dark out when you left?
Yes.
And do you recall how you got back to your hotel?
It was a cab.
After that night, did you tell anybody else about what happened?
Yes.
Just give us a sense of the people that you told and what you told them.
I told very few people that we had actually had sex because I felt ashamed that I didn't stop it, that I didn't say no. A lot of people would just assume, they would make jokes out of it. I didn't think it was funny. I didn't want to hear about it or assume that I was a paid prostitute, which I wasn't. So I told very few people. I also didn't want it to get back to anybody that I was dating.
So the overall picture in terms of your real life, not just in terms of this case, is that this is a situation where you thought there might be a legit business reason to talk to this man who's more than twice your age, who you had no intention of sleeping with. Right. He turned it into a sexual encounter. You did not want it, and you did not feel good about it, and you were embarrassed about it when it was over.
Yeah.
Having to recount this in detail in order to rebut his characterization of you as a liar. Even though you've told this story in a lot of different venues and you've told this under oath, this is the testimony from the trial, it seems like it's still not an easy thing to talk about.
No. Because I have to do it over and over and over and over and over.
Yeah.
And I'm not, and I think about how hard this must be for a rape victim, for somebody who was physically assault. At least they get to just say it once, hopefully in court, and to a prosecutor, and they don't get to read about it every day.
Yeah.
I just feel so terrible for those people. Now I understand why a lot of people never come forward.
Hey there, MSNBC fans. I'm Luke Russert, and be sure to join me, Rachel Maddow, Jen Psaki, Lawrence O'Donnell, Steve Kornacki, Joy Reid, and many more September 7th in Brooklyn, MSNBC Live Democracy 2024. Click on the link for ticket information. We will see you there.